Jones here with the weekly webinar. It's been an exciting week this week. I've been in the Gold Coast for this week, and it's been fabulous. I got to meet some new groups up here. Pretty exciting stuff going on up here, which is fantastic. Got to meet also a champion. You might have saw her on Facebook, an ex-Fuse advocate, Karen Plum, who's a fitness fanatic. So check out Facebook to see her there. Just amazing, the different stories and the growth and the change in language that's happening around X-Fuse. There is some real excitement coming up to the conference. Everyone you can. I'm excited about the amount that are coming up from the Gold Coast. So everyone in Melbourne should have no excuse but to be there. It's going to be fantastic. I know Joe's got some exciting stuff to release. We've got some new stuff as well. So it's going to be an absolute fabulous time. It's on August the 30th. We've also got an open meeting on the Thursday night before that. It'll be the 27th on the Thursday. And Joe will be there for the Friday and Saturday, of course. So get as many people as you can. It's going to be exciting. I know that events are one of the key places. I can still remember back in my early days, a lot of my major decisions were made at an event. It's total immersion, so we want to do that. We want to bless you. We want to get to meet you all there in the same place. We'd like to introduce you to some of the other groups and what's happening around Australia. So with that, I'll pass over to Joe. Joe's going through the 7 steps, and it's just an exciting time to be learning straight from the leaders in the USA. Joe's a fantastic leader, one of the great leaders in the network marketing industry. He's an author, he's a mentor to me and many. So with that, I'll pass over to you, Joe Melling. Thank you, Joe.
Hey, Reese, thank you for that great introduction, and I can't tell everybody how excited I am to get over there in 2 weeks from today, or three weeks, I guess. Whatever it is, it's coming up quickly, and I can't wait to come to Australia. Other than one thing, I looked at the weather report, and we're in the middle of our beautiful summer here. So I'm not looking forward to the cold, but that means we all just get to spend more time indoors, spending time together. So I'm so excited to see everybody and have a chance to reconnect. It's going to be fun, but I want to dive right in. We've got some good material here for you tonight. As Reese mentioned, I'm going to be bringing with me some new stuff that we're going to that we'll start implementing and working on these weekly webinars starting after the conference. So you're going to want to be at conference to get the jump start on that. We've got a lot of fun stuff to share, and amazing things are happening in X-Fuse all around the world. We've had great growth there in Australia. We've had 30% growth globally for the last 3 months. It's just exciting. It's phenomenal what's happening. And you know, here in the U.S., things are just exploding the last 3 months. I think our growth average has been 36% a month over the same period last year. And as of last quarter, percentage-wise, we're the fastest growing country in the world. And I'm excited to make Australia the fastest growing country in the world. So we've got a lot of exciting things. You are in the right place at the right time with the right company, and that is why things are growing so well all around the world. But just to dive right into our training for today, just as a quick reminder, for those of you that may be brand new, if you've just joined us, there are really only 7 skills you need to focus on to become a true professional in X-Fuse and to really build an amazing lifestyle and income stream for you and your family. The first skill is the skill of finding people. And we set the goal of everybody finding 2 people a day. That doesn't mean presenting to 2 people a day or introducing X-Fuse to 2 people a day or creating exposure. It just means you meet 2 people on a daily basis. And I would challenge you and encourage you, keep that habit alive. Shake hands, introduce yourself, and get the name of 2 new people every single day. Nothing will guarantee your future success more than having a constant, ever-expanding names list of people to create exposures with. Skill number 2 is how do you take those people that you met and invite them to an exposure about XFuse in a way that is efficient and effective. Skill number 3 is how do you learn how to present the XFuse opportunity to the people that you're exposing. Skill number 4 is how do you follow up. And we talked about this isn't a one-time follow-up. We actually want to create the skill of following through with our people from exposure to exposure to exposure until they come to the only logical conclusion, which is they need to be involved in XFuse either as a product consumer or as a distributor. Skill number 5 is how do you close people into the business when they're ready. Skill number 6 we did last week. How do you help a brand new person get started and get out there running? And finally, skill number 7, which we're on today, is how do you promote the next event? Now, this is actually perfect timing for us to focus on this skill because we have 3 weeks to our next conference. And so you have an opportunity to practice this skill for the next 3 weeks. And I can promise you one thing, your business will grow in direct proportion to the number of people you can get to attend events in your business. So in our profession, so many people seem to be trying to do network marketing without networking. And while technology has done some incredible work to assist us in being successful by creating names lists for us on Facebook and allowing us ways to communicate with mass people in a very efficient and organized fashion, it has also seemed to make people in our profession increasingly lazy and put people in a mindset where they're just willing to chance getting lucky instead of truly working towards their dreams and goals. Now, what do I mean by this? Daily, I see people post something on Facebook about XFuse or about our product, and they give everyone in their warm market just enough information to make sure they never answer your phone calls, but not enough information to actually get them interested or intrigued in what the XFuse opportunity has to offer. So they're so excited and so enthusiastic about the new thing they've got their hands on, but they approach people more as a used car salesman than as a professional network marketer. They actually expect their friends and family to contact them from their Facebook post and ask to be signed up in XFuse. And trust me, if it was that easy, XFuse would not be willing to pay each of us on this call 55% of the revenue generated in commissions to spread the word. The reality is you can and have a life-changing career here with us at XFuse. It has certainly changed my life in every way imaginable, financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Everything has changed for me because of XFuse. But it will take some time and it will take becoming skilled at this trade. And the best skill for you to master if you truly want to make money and get your income stream up is the skill of promoting events. So don't try to take events out of your business. They're the very key to your success. Instead, focus on learning how do I get people to show up at events. Sure, we can all connect online, but nothing will ever replace face-to-face live interaction with another human being. Listen, they did this study or it's been proven, and they see it in orphanages, especially in like third world countries, where they have nuns or nurses or volunteers go into the orphanages and just pick up the babies and rock them, because it's been proven that babies do not develop emotionally the way they should if they don't have human contact on a daily basis. Okay? If you could just Skype and make it happen, then we could just put monitors of mommies rocking babies in the crib and the kids would be fine. But there's something about that human connection that must happen for a brand new baby or a child to develop. People in your business are exactly the same way. They need that human connection. They need the interaction. That's why I'm coming back to this conference in just a few weeks, because we need human connection. You know, we can get together on webinars and we can do Skype calls, and that's great. It's awesome the way technology helps us to keep relationships alive. But sooner or later, you've got to get in front of the person. You've got to touch them and feel them, and they need to feel your heart and your conviction. So that is why meetings are so powerful, and why it's important to actually get in front of people. So in network marketing, there are all kinds of different events. We have one-on-ones, two-on-ones, conference calls, webinars, in-home presentations, opportunity meetings, regional or daily training meetings, and we have the destination events or the conferences. Now, all of these are important, but there's one that I really want you to focus on, and that is the destination event. You know, the conference that we're going to have over there in a couple weeks is a destination event. Now, for many of you in Melbourne, you're lucky. You don't have the expense of an airline ticket or a bus ticket. You don't have the expense of a hotel, but you need to treat this destination event like you're traveling around the world for that Friday night and Saturday. You know, you don't want to treat it, you don't want to have distractions. Don't plan on being there for a couple hours and then you've got to go home and walk the dog and then you'll come back to the meeting. Dedicate the time as if you just invested $1,000 to travel to be in that room. Be willing to come in the room, turn your phone off, turn all of life's distractions off, and for one day, or hopefully all of you will qualify to be there Friday night, from Friday night through Saturday evening, dedicate that 24 hours to immersing yourself in association with your Xfuse family, and I promise it'll make a world of difference. So, why are destination events so powerful? Number one, there's just something magical about getting out of your day-to-day routine and focusing your thoughts and energy on what you want out of life. If you're sitting in that room thinking, oh, at noon I need to go run an errand, you're not going to allow yourself to be fully immersed. You need to get out of your rut. You know, whatever your day-to-day routine is, you need to exit that just for 24 hours and allow yourself to dream again. Allow yourself to realize the possibilities are right before you for you to live an entirely different life in the next 2 to 3 years than what you've lived in the past 2 to 3 years. It's harder to dream about your future with your current reality right in front of your face all the time. So for those of you that are coming down from the Gold Coast, you've got a huge advantage. You know, you're traveling to a different area, you're in a different city. It's easier for you to just lock out real life. For those of you there in Melbourne, I'm going to challenge you to just allow yourself to create that space where you can just be in that room focused on changing your reality. Number two, you gain strength by sharing experiences and ideas with the presenters that you're going to meet. I've learned how to build this business primarily at weekend events, at destination events. And I can't tell you how many times I've been searching for an answer in my business. You know, something wasn't going exactly how I wanted. And I couldn't even pinpoint sometimes what the problem was until I got to an event and I listened to the different presentations and I realized, wow, that's what's been missing in my business. I was able to go home, shift. It's usually a little tiny thing that we need to shift just a little bit, either our mentality or our focus, and we just need to shift it a little bit. And once we shift it, then everything opens up for us. Number three, you're going to receive social proof or validation of your decision to be involved in Xfuse. At the event, you're going to see a room full of people that are just like you, that are having success, that have a fire in their belly about changing their life and making Xfuse be a part of their family's future, and it'll validate your decision to get involved. Number 4, at a destination event, there's positive peer pressure. We're going to have recognition. Part of that positive peer pressure I'm going to put on you right now. You've got to get to the dinner Friday night. All you have to do is recruit 4 people. Everybody has time to do that. If you just joined the business last night, you have plenty of time to get your 4 people and qualify to be at that leadership. But there's positive peer pressure. You're going to have a chance to get recognized in front of your peers, and you're going to have a chance to cheer your peer group on, people upline, downline, crossline. It's great. That positive peer pressure is what spurred me along and kept me going. To this day today, I use a daily visualization that I run through every single morning of me being recognized as a brand new Caribbean diamond to motivate me and pick me up. When I'm having a really hard day, I go through the visualization. I imagine me coming on stage and being recognized and getting my award as a brand new, the newest Caribbean diamond in the world of XFuse. And that's what keeps me motivated and keeps me focused on my goals. You should do the same for whatever the next rank is for you. Use that positive peer pressure as a way to focus your energy, focus your efforts, and drive you to the next achievement level. And then lastly, you get to develop a sense of community at events. Some of my greatest friendships in life are people that I met at an XFuse event, and they're not in my organization. They're either crossline or they're upline, or they're an outside professional that was brought in to do some training, or but some of my greatest relationships today are people that I met because I attended an event. I developed a friendship, and that friendship has positively changed my life for the better. So those are reasons why you want to attend an event. Now, once you're totally dedicated to attend, you need to develop a culture on your team where attendance at an event is a must. It's not a maybe. It's not a, if it's easy, show up. If you don't have to sacrifice, come. You need to develop the culture where people attend events. It's what you must do. If you want your life to change, you have to change. If you need to change, the very first thing you need to change is you need to commit to be at the event. Now, once you understand the power of a destination event, you need to learn how to promote that event to your team. And the number one way is for you to be more committed than anybody else on your team. Don't buy someone's story about why they can't attend. If I call someone and they say, "Oh, Joe, I'd love to be there, but we have, my son is going to play his 54th soccer game, and I just can't miss 54th soccer game." That's a one I'll never get back. I've got to go to the soccer game. Don't buy people's stories or their excuses. Help them write the story of how they overcame obstacles, how they shifted events in their life, how they made it a priority. And I promise when you help them write that story, they will thank you down the road. They'll say, "Thank you so much for helping me understand how important it was for me to be at this event." The reality is, he or she that has the most people in the room at a destination event will also have in the future the biggest paycheck from XFuse in the room. Now think about it. If I have 10 people that show up and they get excited and they get motivated and they go out to work, and you have 100 people that show up, and those 100 people get excited, they get motivated, they get dialed in, and they go out and they go to work. Which one of us is going to have the biggest check? That's easy. The person with 100 people that got the training, that got the motivation, that got the enthusiasm, they're going to have better results over the next 6 months, and their group's going to grow bigger, and they're going to have the biggest check in the room at the next event. So the first step in learning how to be a great promoter of events is to be more committed than anyone else on your team for you personally attending the event. This means that you lead by an example and you never miss a conference or a destination event. As soon as they announce a new event is going to happen, be the first on your team to register. Go buy your tickets. When I buy my ticket, I print it out. I carry it with me. And every opportunity meeting I do, I show people, look, here's my registration. Notice the date. I registered the very first date they opened registration, or I registered the first day I joined XFuse because I understood it was important. I had to make this a priority. So get your registration done, carry it with you, and more important, call people. When you register for an event, don't register and then go turn the TV on. Register and then turn around and call every single person on your team. Hey, guess what I just did? I just got us registered for the event. Are you registered? Do you know how to register? Do you know where you need to go? And just make sure you're constantly telling people, I'm going to be there. Figure out if you need transportation, airline, bus, car, if it's somewhere you have to travel to, figure out those details and share that with your group. Hey, I'm flying over on Delta. I'm going to be there at such and such a time. Let's meet before the event. Let's have a Coke. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's make some dream boards, plan. Make it fun, make it exciting, but communicate so your people know. If you have to work out daycare arrangements, don't be ashamed or afraid to tell people what you're having to go through. That shows your commitment. Let people know, what, I've got my niece coming over and she's going to tend the kids and my mom's going to help do this, and let people know, because when they see, wow, some people, believe it or not, some people actually believe that it's just easier for you to be in the room than it is for them. And they say, oh, well, if I had your life, if my life was just easy, then I would go to the event as well. Let them know what obstacles. Every one of us are making obstacles. We're overcoming challenges to be there. Let them know how you're doing it, what you're thinking about way ahead of time so that they can make those same arrangements. And they'll start to say, wow, if Bruce is making that kind of a commitment, if Bruce is overcoming those obstacles, maybe it is important for me to be there. So make sure you let people know. Once you're committed, your next step is to increase the number of people that you have at the event with you. So you want to set a goal. Think of how many people you had last time. Set a goal from event to event to double or triple your numbers. Most people think they can just announce an event and that their team will go buy tickets, buy airline tickets, book hotel rooms, and show up. That will not happen. You can't announce it. You need to promote it. Promoters make the event a priority in their group, and they're relentless in their messaging about it. You've noticed that every single webinar for the past several months, when we've done these webinars on a weekly basis, both Reese and myself, the first thing we do is talk about conference and challenge everybody to get there. You need to be relentless about messaging. Every phone call, every opportunity meeting, every team member that you bump into at the store, bring up conference over and over and over. And then share stories of other leaders that attended and they learned something and their group grew, or they had a breakthrough, or it was, share the stories. Be more passionate than you are at any other part of your business in promoting events. The irony is you will never make the income you desire if you don't attend an event. Okay, a lot of people I hear, I'd love to be there, but I just can't afford it. And as long as they buy that story and tell that story, they'll never be able to afford it. The irony is you have to make the sacrifice, force yourself to afford it, and then once you do that, your income grows in proportion to cover the cost of the next event. It's amazing how it works. It's a classic example of which came first, the chicken or the egg. You know, I don't have money to go to an event, I'll go when I can afford it. But then you can't ever afford it. So you need to go to the event and then you can afford the next event. So it's the whole chicken and egg conversation. Don't be like the chicken at breakfast. The chicken was merely a participant, right? The chicken provided the eggs for the breakfast. Be like the pig. The pig was 100% committed. You know, the pig gave his life for your breakfast. The chicken hatched an egg and went on. Right? So you can start to develop good skills in promoting destination events by getting great at promoting small local events. Learn how to commit people to being at your weekly opportunity meeting or your house party. Use the inviting scripts and write out an inviting script just for getting people to show up at a meeting. You could say something like, Reese, if I can pick you up, will you ride with me? Or if I can get you some time with the presenter, if I can get you some time with Bruce at the meeting, will you be there? Don't just announce the meeting and hope people are going to show up. Get really good at actually committing them. As with all the other skills, your proficiency at this skill is based on performing your other skills well. If you're really good at finding people, inviting people, presenting to people, following through with people, closing people, and getting people started, and your team is progressing and duplicating, they will naturally want to attend the events. If you're not exercising much skill in the first 6 areas, it's going to be more difficult for you to truly promote events and be great at this skill. So all the skills 1 through 7, they all build on each other. They all getting very efficient and proficient in one skill sets up your success in the next skill. So now we want to go through some assignments. How can you take action this week to help build your proficiency in promoting events? Number 1, get registered right now for the next scheduled event. Okay, which for us right now is conference. Get registered right now. Make a commitment. You're going to be there. Be the first one to register for the next event that will be announced either at conference or shortly after conference. Be the first person on your team. Make that commitment. Number 2, find out when the next national or international convention is and start preparing for it right now. Figure out your budget, your travel, your lodging. Start promoting your plans to everyone. Hey, next summer, we're going to the international conference in the United States. You know, the day they announce it, start talking to your plans. Let people know you're making the big trip. You're going to make it happen. And then 3, set a goal for the number of attendees that you will have at the next event. I'm going to challenge you to do something bold and audacious and off the wall and totally crazy. Okay, I'm going to challenge you right now. Whatever number of people you have on your team committed to being at the conference in 3 weeks, however many you have registered right now today, I challenge you to double that attendance over the next 3 weeks. Now, some of you may say, wow, I just got started. I only have 2 people on my team and they're both already coming. Great. I want you to have 4 people there. That means you've got to recruit 2 more people and be so good at promoting the next event that you get them to attend. Some of you are going to say, whoa, we've got 30 people. How could we double it to 60? I'll tell you how. Contact every person on your team that you know is coming. Spend the time to be on the phone with them and explain to them how important it is that they get more people there and have each one of those people get 1 more. You see, when you really understand what it takes to double numbers at events, it's not you going out and getting another 30 or 40 people. It's having all 30 of the people that you already have committed. Commit every one of those 30 to just get 1 more. if you'll make this a priority for the next 21 days, if you'll stay up later at night, get up earlier in the morning, and every conversation you have with anybody, you promote this conference like crazy, you'll have a great turnout, and I promise your people will leave more excited, more trained, and more ready to change their future than they are the day before they attend the event. So with that, I can't wait to see you all in a few weeks. Let's double the numbers, let's make it happen, and let's explode XFuse in Australia. Thanks, everybody.
Excellent, thanks, Joe. And look, take that to the bank. It's an exciting time. It will be a fabulous event, and I look forward to seeing you all there as well next week. Check it out. If you want tickets, you can ring the office, leave a message, or email us at info@xfuse.com.au. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic